Hello, my beautiful friends, and welcome to day 5 of Halloween week 2020, where we are discussing everything fear. All right, so today I want to talk about fear of abundance. Does that sound crazy to you? It did to me too at one time. So if it does sound strange or weird or crazy, you are the person I'm talking to today. So specifically, I'm going to be talking about abundance and scarcity mindsets. We're going to define both of them so we can have a clear understanding of what each is, so we can identify where we fall in any given situation, because it is very situational. I'm also going to talk about how to know if you're afraid of abundance. It's not always apparent. It's not always clear until you really start looking for it. And as I've done in all the other videos this week, I'm going to be sharing some of my favorite tips to help you overcome and get through your fear of abundance. So fear of abundance is really a fear of lack or scarcity. Even if you consider yourself financially responsible and stable, this can still be a thing. So Stephen Covey, best-selling author of The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, defined abundance mindset as a concept in which a person believes there are enough resources and successes to share with others. He continues and contrasts this with scarcity mindset. If someone else wins or is successful in a situation, that means you lose. It's believing that only one person or a small group of people can win and everyone else automatically loses. So how do you know if you are afraid of abundance? It typically shows up in 2 different ways: happiness and money. So we're going to talk about both of those. So here are some of the signs. So for happiness, it's waiting for the other shoe to drop. You're afraid to relish in your happy moments, and you become suspicious or anxious because it never lasts, right? Here's a secret. You don't want to be happy 100% of the time. You really don't. Being human has an entire range of useful emotions, including those that you may perceive as negative. So an example of this is if your beloved pet is accidentally killed, you don't want to be happy about that. Life is about embracing all the light and all the dark and allowing the authentic you to be seen. This also comes through with beliefs around money. So some thoughts that I've heard people say is money makes you evil or bad. In reality, it just brings out more of the person you already are, good, bad, or ugly. So money itself is completely neutral, and it is not emotionally charged until you have a thought about it. So you might also have self-righteous thoughts, and they might sound like, I can't believe they spent their money on that. If I had that much money, I would give the majority of it away. Rich people don't do any good with money they have anyway. I want you to think about those, because every single one of those is judgment. Remember from the fear of judgment video earlier this week where I talked about the mirror effect? Our judgments of others are really reflections or projections of our own insecurities and vulnerabilities. Remember, money isn't bad. Just like driving a car is not bad. It's how the person chooses to use it. All right, let's dive into some tips. So tip number 1, practice gratitude. Write down at least 3 things you're grateful for each day. And you guys, they do not need to be this big, extravagant thing. It can be as simple as, I woke up and got out of bed today. I showered. And my kid gave me a hug. It does not need to be like, I'm so glad that I have this house and this roof over my head and food. Like, yes, like be grateful for those things. Those aren't bad, but they don't have to be the generic answers. Like really dig into yourself and find out the things that you're grateful for. Start small. I've said it before. Also, look for different ways that you can show gratitude. You can give someone a compliment. You can tell someone that you are grateful for them and the reason why. You can tell someone that you're proud of them. All of those are ways to show gratitude. And the third piece of that is self-care, whatever that means to you, whether it is going to the spa or taking a bubble bath, uh, having a glass of wine. It could be anything you want. But the important piece is that you are practicing gratitude and self-care. Self-care is gratitude you show yourself. Tip number 2. Compassion again, kind of, but instead I want to replace it. I want to say celebrate and enjoy others when you see them happy, without judgment. If you can practice this and get good at it, you'll be surprised at how your life lightens up. All right, guys, check back tomorrow to learn about believing in yourself to get through fear. It's our final video for Halloween week 2020. This has been so fun, and I'm so excited to share this last video with you. If this video was helpful, insightful to you in any way, please share, comment, like, ask your questions below. Like I've said before, let's continue to spread this magic. This entire week is magical, and let's just continue to spread it out to the entire world. Everyone needs to hear this. So thank you guys so much for joining me in this video, and I will see you tomorrow.